What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. First of all, let me get on this side because it really upsets people when I'm on the other side. Welcome to the stream. I did the challenge, the challenge, the Silver Squad challenge, and we're going to get our 50k pack. So I'm going to open that first to give you guys a little bit of excitement. I am going to complete most of the other weekly objectives. So I'm going to do the swap deals players. I actually don't know if I care enough about doing this one to get the rivals players. To do it in rivals because I don't need all of the swap cards. But I will get this one. The team of the season kit and the team of the season Taylor will just come in due course as well. Team of the season Rodri is another one that I don't care about getting, and I'll explain why in a second. But first of all, let's take our 50k pack. This, of course, is an untradeable pack. Can we get our 8th team of the season on this account through this untradeable pack? EA. Yes, walk out. Come on. It's blue. Let's go. Scottish. Centre back. I don't care. I got another one. It's Cooper. Let's go. He's untradeable, but they all count, and they're all worth it. They're all worth it. Hey, man, it's going to save me 30k somewhere else down the line. And we get oh, that's a nice pack, man. But yes, it's untradeable. I sold the initial one that I got. But I'll take another blue. That's our 8th team of the season on the account. We also get Bernardo Silva, who's super helpful for Man City SBC. Juan Mata, who's super helpful for Manchester United SBC. And then that's pretty much it. Or I suppose Turner actually is a little bit of an expensive card. So there you go, guys. Absolutely worth it for me personally to go and do the 6 wins. Absolutely worth it for me. So I'm very, very happy with that. As I say, when an SBC comes out that requires a team of the season card, Cooper's going to be our guy. Brief rundown of the account. No, let me talk about FUT CHAMPS first before we go for a brief rundown of the account. So EA tweeted last night some great news. And some also news that, I asked Corey some questions. We'll get into it in a second. But essentially, how do we go? So if we change leaderboard and go to... Wait, where's the... I can never remember how to get to the... Is it Champions Channel? I can never remember how to get to the schedule. I don't know how to do it. Oh, wait, there you go. Schedule. It's right there. So for next week... Is that next week? Not qualified, qualified. I know it says Team of the Week pack. It's not. So what EA tweeted, what I want to talk about is EA tweeted, as the week is the official start of the Weekend League within Team of the Season campaign, we will be updating the Weekend League rewards starting May 17th and onwards. So this coming Friday and onwards. The reward for the Weekend League May 10th will not change and will remain the same. Now, first of all, just happy to know that. You know, I wish they would have told us that before the Weekend League started so people would have known whether or not to play for it or not, but it's good to know that. EA Sports then continues to tweet, top 100 rewards packs. Ultimate Team of the Week pack will now be an Ultimate Team of the Season pack consisting of 11 Team of the Seasons of the stated league. This will be shown in the pack name. Now, this raised 2 points for me. The first point, amazing that it's now 11 team of the seasons instead of the 6 that it gave last year. It's a good upgrade for top 100. The second question is that it said that it's about the stated league. Now, that actually worries me a little bit because this weekend, EA have confirmed, which we'll get to, we are getting minor leagues that will also run Friday through Friday. And the reason why I know they'll run Friday through Friday is because of weekly objectives and rewards. So this weekend, we are getting Premier League Team of the Season because it was leaked in a match program, the Premier League games. That means we're going to get a small league Team of the Season as well. Let's say, for example, we get the Liga NOS this weekend as well. If that stated league is the minor league, and so the FUT CHAMPS rewards are the minor leagues, that would suck. However, if it is the major leagues, that's amazing because they're giving out 11 Team of the Seasons to top 100 from the major leagues. Brilliant. They go on to say that Elite rewards, the Premium Team of the Week pack, so let's go to Elite. The Premium Team of the Week pack will now be a Team of the Season pack. Last year, it was 2 Team of the Seasons. This year, it's now been upgraded to 3 Team of the Seasons, also from the stated league, which will be shown in the pack name. So once again, It's great that it's now been boosted by one more. You get 3 blues instead of three blacks, and now you also get 3 instead of last year's 2. I rate that. It puts a lot of pressure on me to try and get elite now, because if I choke elite now, I know we've not bottled elite since week 4 of the weekend league, right? I just haven't played a lot, and the one weekend that we opted into the weekend league again and played all 30, I hit elite again. We got 23 and 6, I think, and then I threw my last game on purpose. But I hit elite. Oh no, wait! Didn't I win all last 4 games, last 5 games to get elite? Whatever happened, we hit elite in the one weekend in. But now team of the season rewards are there. The pressure's really on, because now there's something to play for, and this is where it gets a little bit frustrating for me. EA continue to say player picks. All player picks will now be upgraded to only consist of team of the season players. The player pick will be team of the season that were in the pack for that specific week. So we're playing for the players that we basically are going to know what we're playing for. So when Friday team of the season comes out, we'll be able to play for those team of the seasons on the Thursday, right? The player pick will be that team of the season from the specific week. They then go to say that player picks in gold 2 and above, there will be a guarantee rule that will ensure users get at least one selection in the pick from the major leagues, which proves that there's going to be minor leagues. Silver 2 and 3 player picks will now be a team of the season player pick with a max overall cap of 87. So just to break it down, because a lot of people got confused because they didn't state about what gold 3 and silver 1 were going to entail. Right now on silver 1, you get 1 player pick, and it's no cap. Well, now it's going to be 1 player pick and no cap, just team of the season, but it won't be guaranteed to be a major league team of the season. But that also doesn't mean that it won't be a major league team of the season. And the same for gold 3. You're now going to get 2 player picks at gold 3, and that's going to be no guarantee for a major league team of the season, but guaranteed to get 2 non-capped red team of the season cards. What's really good now is that at gold 2, you will only get 2 player picks again as well, but you will be guaranteed, I don't know if it's 1, it says 1 selection in the player pick. So I don't know if that's one of the 2 that's going to be, like, let's say, I think you get 3 or 4 from gold 2. I don't know if that's going to be one of them that's going to have 4 picks from the major league that you get to pick from, or if it's going to be a guaranteed 1 card from the major league. But gold 2 now has priority over gold 3 because you are guaranteed a major league card, and gold 1 the same. You're guaranteed 2 player picks and 1 major league. Now, that's brilliant news initially because of the fact they've buffed top 100 and elite rewards for people. But what's frustrating for me is that it's not punishing, but it's a kick in the teeth to people that finish gold 1 or lower. Because if you finish on 22 wins, and you might miss out on 23 wins because of a disconnect, or because of some gameplay nonsense, because of input delay, because of just stupid refereeing decisions. There's a multitude of reasons why you can lose 1 game as a swing, right? And what gets frustrating for me is if you finish on 22 wins, you get 2 100k packs and 2 blue team of the season cards as red cards. If, however, you finish on 23 wins, which is just 1 win more, you get 6 team of the seasons in total. You get the 3 guaranteed from the player pick and 3 from the team of the season pack. And so for the sake of as little as possibly 1 win, you can get 4 more team of the seasons. And I don't think that that's fair. So I tweeted at Corey, and I said to Corey, since you're active, because he was just active and on Twitter, I said, is it possible to discuss reworking gold 1 and elite 2 rewards? And I'll explain why elite 2 in a second. 22 wins gets 2 red team of the season cards. 23 wins gets 3 red team of the seasons and 3 tradable blue team of the seasons. The disparity is huge for not much difference in wins, and elite 2 is literally only coins more. And that's again my other concern, is that somebody that finishes on 26 wins only gains 30,000 coins more than somebody finishes on 23 wins. Again, we're taking the end examples here, but 27 wins is going to be now 12 team of the seasons, whereas 26 wins is only 6 team of the seasons. And the difference again would be potentially 1 win. And I just don't think that that's well balanced. I don't mind if Elite 2 just had an extra 100k pack or an extra Team of the Week pack, I think that would be a fair bonus, right? Elite 3 is one 100k pack, one Team of the Season pack, 3 red informs. If Elite 2 was one Team of the Season pack, 2 100k packs and 3 red informs, that extra 100k pack is now worth it for the upgrade, along with the coins as well, of course. And then Elite 1 is worth it for the upgrade. And similarly, Elite 3 being 6 Team of the Seasons, Gold 1 being only 2, in my opinion, all they need to do is just give a 1 or 2 Team of the Season player pick pack guaranteed, not player pick pack, sorry, like a Team of the Season pack for Gold 1. Like Elite 3 is 6 Team of the Seasons, Gold 1 is 2, and they're untradeable. There needs to be something in between. So for me, it should be the 1 or 2 guaranteed Team of the Seasons in a Team of the Season pack. That's what I would personally go with. And then even for Gold 2, maybe giving 1. And that way you're just rewarding people for playing the game mode that aren't necessarily as great. But all in all, it's positive. It's a big change. It's a good change. It's a best change for those that finish in Elite 3. And it's also going to mean that even if I didn't play all 30 games for whatever reason on a weekend, I'm still going to want to get to, at the very least, Gold 2 now, because I'm going to want to give myself the guaranteed Major League Team of the Season. Now, what that means for me is that this coming weekend, guys, I'm not going to be using my Arsenal squad. I'm hopefully, I don't know if we'll be able to get Aubameyang straight away from the Premier League Team of the Season. I assume he's going to be a fair few million coins, maybe like 1.6, 1.8 straight off the bat. But let me get rid of that. And let me get rid of now this Arsenal squad, because we're going to have to go back to this squad because I'm going to want to win as much as possible. So I've got to give myself the best opportunity to win, and that's going to be with my best team. And so, yeah, like you guys know full well how hard it is for me to play under pressure. I always struggle when I play under pressure. And so now that the pressure is well and truly on again, I don't know what to really expect. The only thing I can do with my team that I might do is I might put Alonso back into the team. We could still, I'm sure I could figure it out how to get, well, in fact, if we just did that, that would work, wouldn't it? Oh no, then Varane's off chem. I'd be able to figure it out to get like everybody on the best possible chem. And then I could sell Marcelo to get myself Aubameyang. And Aubameyang will replace Gareth Bale. But that's something that we can only really consider when we know who's coming, what and where. But that's going to be my team going into the weekend league now. So, lots to play for now, lots to grind for. Very excited about the weekend league again. And that's why for this week, for the weekly objectives, I'm not going to be focusing on scoring with Spanish players or team of the week players. Where's the Spanish one? What does that give you? Yeah, that Rodri. Yeah, sure, an 88 rated team of the season would be super nice for getting those 6 rivals wins. But yeah, the reason why I'm not going to be focusing on that is because, A, I'm already in a pretty high elo right now. For those of you that don't know, my rivals rank is like 24 something. We're up there at 24, 21. So we're a really high rank right now, which means the kind of players I'm going to be playing against aren't going to be caring about me trying to score a team of the week or Spanish players. Even though I have Raul on the bench and I could go and get an inform to put into the team, I'm not going to care, because what I want to do for the rest of this week and what we're going to do on Mixer. So if you guys don't know, I do stream most nights, mixer.com/NepentheZ. Go down below, follow me, get ready for it. What we're going to do on Mixer over the rest of this week for today that you're watching this video, Wednesday and Thursday, is I'm going to be just spamming rivals hard. I want to be going into this weekend league sharp. I don't want to be letting myself down and missing out on bottling Elite 3 because I didn't warm up enough. I didn't practice enough. I didn't get my understanding of the current game mechanics at a high level in enough. So I want to work towards it. And so the only other thing that brings up a question now for Champs is, what do EA do after this? What do they after Team of the Season? I know we're thinking again potentially way too ahead of time, but what do we do? What do EA do after the weekend league now? Because if they don't do anything cool, the weekend league is just going to die again. And when EA tweeted about this, my timeline from content creators just blew up. They were so happy. Everybody was like, this is amazing. This is awesome. Great communication from EA. Fantastic that now we're going to get some new rewards from EA. In my stream, because I was streaming at the time that EA dropped this news, I said to people, who here doesn't play champs anymore or only plays to say 14 wins, and who's now going to come back and play all 30 games because of this? And everybody, or not necessarily everybody, but so many people were all of a sudden like, yeah, I'm coming back. I'm playing again, all of the games, because people just wanted something to play for, and EA didn't give it. And I want to show you guys something just before we get into the gameplay of the silver stuff. On my friends list, Didi Crisolito and Crass, top 100, brilliant. Ponyboy, 28, didn't even get top 100. Pro Hunter, 27. Mass got 23. Mass is a quality elite level / elite 1 level player. But watch when we go down, right? First of all, look how many people stop at elite 3 now. Yeah, this is Crassy, Cali, obviously, top 100 level player, or at very least elite 2, elite 1 level player. These guys are all stopping at 23. But what's interesting is I thought a lot of people stopped at 14 wins, and some did. Grom, Insane Membrane, Henry, Josh, all 14. Rezub, Skillshack, 2 top 100 players, again, just stopping at 14 wins, because it only takes them probably a few hours to get to 14 wins. Another pro player, Ideals FIFA, 14 wins. Nick, 14 wins. What was really surprising to me is the number of people, including myself, that stop at 11 wins is nuts. On my friends list, 5 people just want to get the guaranteed 1 no limit card and re-entry for Weekend League. And this here, these 11 and 14 win accounts should speak volumes to EA that people want something to play for, otherwise they're just going to play to the most efficient level. And I hope that EA will do more with Weekend League going forwards after Team of the Season. And I really, really hope, even if I hit Elite every week, right, which I probably won't, because I know what I'm like. I know I'm going to bottle it 1 or 2 weeks. I just know I am, right? I'm trying to prepare myself mentally for that. But even if I got Elite every single week, I would still want Gold 1 and 2 rewards to be buffed, because I think that it's fair. I think that it should be a good scaling system based on the difficulty of getting wins, not 22 wins being 2 Team of the Seasons, 23 wins being 6 Team of the Seasons, and then being in a consideration where 26 wins is also only 6 Team of the Seasons, yet 27 wins is 12 Team of the Seasons. It's just not a fair balance, in my opinion. But guys, I'm going to go and get some comments from the comment section now. We're going to go and put the gameplay and a few packs and stuff in for the rest of the video, so I will be right back. All right, guys, as we go into the gameplay, of course, it's just the silver games, so I don't really know all of the players that I come up against. What's really weird is that a few of the teams I came up against had really low chemistry. And let me tell you guys something that are working towards this 50k pack. Just get a 100 chem team, man. I would honestly sacrifice some guy with mad pace for a guy that gives you better chem, because the silver players already are so bad that if you're not giving them full chem and chem boost, they're going to be even worse. I don't necessarily think it's necessary to put on chem styles. I think that's maybe a bit extra, unless you just go for the 150 to 200 coin chem styles. You know, I think a few of them are pretty good. Deadeye, Sniper, Maestro, Marksman, those kind of ones. They're pretty good and they're very, very cheap. But even then, if you're putting chem styles on, you're putting like 2,000, 3,000 coins worth of equity into your team, and you're only getting an untradeable 50k pack back. So it's not really worth all that much. But we've got some comments, dudes. Just for the final few minutes of this video. Adam says, I've been doing the same as you. I've been collecting past and present Arsenal players. As much as I hate who he left us for, there's something about turning my PS4 and watching Bergkamp play Henry through and square the ball across the RVP for the tap-in. I've simply forgotten about bothering with wins or how I'm defending. I was a consistent gold 1 player before, but now I'm just getting my 14 wins, and if I don't hit it, I literally couldn't care less because I've had fun. The game's nearly over now. Sack off the meta and just play with who you want and enjoy yourself. And so I absolutely love the fact that you're enjoying yourself with the way that you're playing and not taking losses into consideration. And if I wasn't a content creator, I would be the same. I'd just play with a team that I loved, and I wouldn't care where I finished, because I would have to literally answer to no one. You know, there's no one there to judge me. There's no one there to say you're good or you're bad, and it doesn't matter. Sadly, not sadly, you know, it's my own choice, and I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad we're doing this, but what I do does matter. It matters for video content. It matters because of public perception, which, as crazy as it may seem, is important. It's important to be perceived as at least a good player in this industry, because how could anyone take me seriously if I wasn't? If I was sitting there finishing on 13 or 14 wins after 30 games, or if I finished like 14 and 8 or 14 and 10, I wouldn't expect people to take my opinion on the games too seriously, because I'm not good enough at the game to give that opinion. So For me, wins are important. But for you, if they're not, that's brilliant. But what I don't necessarily agree with is telling me to sack off the meta because the game's nearly over. First of all, I don't think it's nearly over. For me, this is like the rebirth. It's starting again. Team of the season and hopefully another Festival of FUT series style, event after Team of the season is what I enjoy thoroughly. But a lot of people kept telling me I'd rather watch you lose and win like this. But for me, this winning is where I derive fun. I don't have any fun in losing. If I lost 6-3 and scored 3 sick goals with my Arsenal team, I wouldn't be having fun because for me, it needs to be a combination of everything. It needs to be me playing good FIFA and winning with players that I enjoy. And sometimes you have to sacrifice one of those a little more than others. So I have players that I enjoy. Sure, it's not the Arsenal squad, but I love the Bale. I love Mbappe. I love Henry. I love KDB Team of the Year. I have players I enjoy. I'm winning, which also gives me fun. It's just the way I'm scoring the goals that isn't necessarily the most enjoyable thing in the world. So I am sacrificing on one of those things. But if I was to play with the Arsenal squad, I would still be having playing with a team that I liked, but I would be losing, and so I still wouldn't be having fun with the gameplay. So no matter which way around I do it, I'm not going to enjoy the gameplay, win or lose. And I would rather not enjoy it and win than not enjoy it and lose. So that's my opinion on that. The next comment comes in from Cormac. He says, I was getting annoyed at passes going to the wrong person, so I turned on the passing trainer to see if it was me and to maybe help improve my pass accuracy. It turns out my players really do have a mind of their own sometimes. And the issue with that is, Cormac, this is a plague to all of us, really. The issue with it is because we're using assisted passing. It's literally, the terminology is there. It is assisted. So when you make a pass that your mind's eye see as obvious and that you would think is the logical choice, the game doesn't understand that. It's not in your brain. It's not in your mind. It has to make an assumption for itself. And it has to make an assumption in literally a split second. It has to make an assumption in like real time, right? So, for example, in the instance in the last video where I played a 3.5 bar power ball down toward the corner flag for Mbappe and the game passed it to Marcelo, I know why that happened. That happened is because the kind of like the path, the ball path, if I had the trainer on, what you would have seen is the ball path would have still been split between Marcelo and Mbappe. And so what the game doesn't interpret, which is where EA could do a better job, is the game doesn't interpret the fact that Mbappe is running clean through on goal and Marcelo is marked down at the left back role. So it just has to make a judgment call straight away. And it made the judgment call of putting the ball through to Marcelo, which is why it sent it backwards. And that happens a lot in passing. And if you can, there's 2 things you can do. Number one, you can master the art of assisted passing. And if you can do that, you will just win far more games. That's not easy. That comes down to a lot of thumbstick positioning and pass power that is important for mastering the passing mechanics. The other thing that you can do is switch off of assisted passing and go manual. It will take you a while. Maybe you may never get the hang of it. I tried playing manual a few times in old games. I played fully manual in a Division 1 run in FIFA 15 and I won Division 1 fully manual. It's definitely different. It's an art. It's difficult. But if you master manual passing, it doesn't matter. Your passing will you will just start tearing people up, because where your mind's eye sees the pass, as long as your thumbstick and power is there, it will just play the ball into that area regardless of who's where or what. So yeah, I think we could all do better and reduce the whole RNG factor of the game if we turned off assisted passing and turned on manual passing. But as I say, for some people, they might never get the hang of it. For me, it took like a few days of just constantly playing to get the hang of manual passing and manual shooting when I played full manual. And then if you come up against a tough game, and because you're so used to assisted passing, it's so easy to forget that you're manual. Like, you really have to like condition your brain to think about it a lot. And that's not always the easiest thing when in an intense top-end game. Sometimes it's really difficult. Shaq W says, hey, Nep, as for seeing chemistry, it's just interesting to watch the building process. I don't know why. I think this is also the reason people like to watch you complete player SBCs, even if you don't play with them. And that's fair enough. I asked you guys a question, why is the chemistry important to you to see? A lot of guys gave me the response. There was varying reasons as to why people enjoy seeing the chemistry, but noted. And next time I'll try my best to remember to move the face cam to the other side of the screen whilst doing SBCs. And then the last comment is from Volcanic Ash. And he says, to be honest, I believe I'm part of a small group that actually enjoys playing matches. I've stuck to my guns and got myself into Division 1 playing good football. I've got a decent side, which is made better by doing the league SBCs. And I just feel like I'm actually alone feeling like this. You're not. A lot of people do still play matches. I've got a few dudes that watch me on stream and stuff all the time that have played like 3,500 games. Like, a lot of people do just spam the game because that's the reason why a lot of people play the game. Volcanic Ash says, however, my question is to you though, if you can change or fix one mechanic for FIFA 20, what would it be and why? Then goes on to say, for me, I'd fix the player switching mechanics, as it's horrible to read the game and not be able to do anything about it despite the player being in a general area. Keep up the good work with the videos. Look forward to seeing more content. Thank you for the kind words. And my response to that, honestly, dude, is that there's not one thing that I want changed. And changing one thing doesn't fix the game. As we've seen already this year, changing timed finesse shots didn't fix it. Changing keeper movement didn't stop the stupidity from the areas of like moving the keeper. Changing whatever else they changed. When they changed the tackling, didn't they? They even gave us like diagrams of how it works now compared to how it worked before, and tackling is still as broken as ever. You make a manual tackle, doesn't matter. You basically don't get the ball back. The issue is that the game needs balancing throughout the course of the year. Like what EA do, and we've talked about it a lot before, but what EA do is they see something that's incredibly broken and extremely overpowered, and they nerf it to the point where it's either non-existent or the nerf did nothing. And if they nerf it to the point where it did nothing, nothing changes. And if they nerf it to the point where it's non-existent, it doesn't fix the game. It just illuminates another problem. So when they removed timed finishing, it illuminated the fact that crossing and volleys are stupidly broken. They haven't fixed that. So what I want from FIFA 20 is a game that is continuously balanced throughout the course of the cycle, no matter how late into the cycle it goes, so that you're playing an accurate representation of football, not a crazy soccer game or something stupid that just is not representative of the game. So yeah, I don't think. I think it's right to expect EA to do better than just fixing one mechanic and hoping that it fixes all of the problems. And as I say, I don't think there's particularly any one mechanic that is more important than another, because once one thing gets fixed, it illuminates the issue of another thing. But there you go, guys. That was the gameplay from my silver players to get my silver pack. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.